In this video, I'm going to give you a 3-step process that will effectively get you started with coding. So you want to learn how to code but don't know where to start. Maybe you feel overwhelmed by the tremendous amount of programming languages or just want a practical guide to get started with coding. Well then, my friend, you're in the right place because today I'm going to give you a clear guide. This will be a huge help for anyone just starting off. I just want to share the knowledge and guidance that I needed when I was just getting started to learn how to code. Hey, my name is Yusuf and I am an international student studying computer science in Germany. In this channel, I discuss essential tools, skills that help you be a more productive and organized programmer. In order to learn how to code, you just need to follow these 3 main steps, which can be summarized as deciding, learning, and exploring. In the first step, which is deciding, this is very target-oriented. First, you should just decide what you want to create. Before diving in this big sea of technologies, frameworks, programming languages, you should have a goal in mind, otherwise you can easily get lost. So your idea or your product can be anything from like a calculator, a note-taking app, a mini game like Tic-Tac-Toe or Tetris, Flappy Bird, I don't know. Personal website, that's also a good one. It's all up to you. It should just be something that you will enjoy, something that matters to you to some degree, something that will excite you during this journey. So now that you have an idea in mind, we need to figure out what programming language you need in order to create it. So let's say, for example, you are going to make an app for Android phones, then you can go for Kotlin or Java, or if you're making a web page, then you can start with HTML. But the problem is you probably don't know which programming languages there are and probably which one is suitable for your needs, and that's why you're here. Let's say you want to make an app for your iPhone. All you have to do is just search iPhone app programming language and you'll see that's Swift. Perfect. So first things first, you need to set up your development environment, which is just fancy for the programs you need to write your programs. And for that, and you may notice a pattern here, you can just Google it. For example, just write Java development setup. Next, you want to create a Hello World app or program, which is the simplest program you can write. It's basically a program that says hello to you, like a web page saying hello Yusuf. This is actually a pretty important milestone because this is just the simplest program you can create, and it just shows that you have set up your environment correctly and that you're good to go. And from there you can learn by watching tutorials on YouTube, for example, and follow along, which is something that I really recommend because there's just amazing content out there. And it's always better to go for the latest videos if you're using a mature programming language like Java, PHP, C#. Then there are videos that aren't too old to be fine. But if you're using the latest trending web frameworks like React, Vue, then it's better to stick with the most recent videos because these languages and frameworks evolve and tend to change pretty fast. But in order to be always on the safe side, you can always check the docs and they should be up to date. And just so you know, Google is going to be your best friend. So get used to use it. Each time you find yourself struggling too much with something, my advice would be just to Google it. And this is not just about finding a solution to your bug, it's more about when you're trying to formulate your search, you have to get really specific. And oftentimes you may figure out where is the problem just by trying to formulate your search. So that's very helpful. And the last step is exploring. In this step, you should try to explore as many programming languages as possible. This is not the time to limit yourself to the only language that you know. So get your hands even dirtier, learn about databases, servers, client programming, shell scripting, and so on. Another way of exploring deeper or maybe more abstract concepts in programming is by reading. There are multiple books that explain the best practices and programming patterns like Clean Code and Design Patterns. Or you can also check the O'Reilly's book series. They cover the major programming languages. And one last thing I wanted to address before wrapping up is that it takes a bit of time in order to be able to write like quality code. The good thing about coding is that you can make stuff work pretty fast. It doesn't mean that it's perfect, but at least it works. With time, you will write better and cleaner code because you just get used to it. Your brain gets used to it. It's just like a muscle that gets better by training. I hope this video helped you in your programming journey. If you found it interesting, you can check out my other videos in this channel where I cover important topics in order to support you and assist you in this journey. On the long run, programming is not just about writing code itself. On the long run, programming is not just about writing code. on its own, but also about organization, decision making, and problem solving. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment and I will answer you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!